the recent announcement by Honda's leader has caused quite a stir in the automotive industry. He unveiled ambitious plans for the company's future, sparking a whirlwind of reactions. This bold move has polarized opinions, angering some while exciting car enthusiasts. Companies like Tesla, which have invested billions in electric technology, are far ahead, leaving Honda seemingly lagging behind. According to SP Global Mobility, about 30% of current Tesla owners were previously with Honda or Toyota, with BMW and Mercedes accounting for 12%. With the success of its F-150 Lightning, Ford is doubling down on electric vehicles, unlike Honda, which is still searching for its breakthrough moment. Tesla's sales figures position Honda models like the Civic, Accord, Camry, RAV4, and CR-V as direct competitors. Despite the criticism, Honda appears unswayed. This chapter examines the potential decline of a formidable brand, delving into the CEO's unpopular moves among electric vehicle fans and uncovering lesser-known facts about these vehicles. Honda's challenges. What did Honda's leader declare? In an era increasingly focused on electric vehicles, the 61-year-old automotive industry veteran plans to buck the trend with new directions. He firmly believes combustion engines will remain viable for at least another 2 decades, suggesting they could last until 2040. He acknowledges a rush towards electrification that neither Honda nor he personally is eager to embrace. Having been in engine development for over 30 years, I do feel a bit disappointed personally. However, it's crucial to separate my feelings from what's beneficial for the company, the CEO stated. This indicates that while the company isn't entirely opposed to electric vehicles, its enthusiasm doesn't fully align with this segment. Notably, Honda experienced a significant sales downturn last year, with a nearly 32.9% drop. Its partner company fared even worse, with sales decreasing by 35%. Honda sells about 4.5 million vehicles globally each year, of which only 32.64 have been electric models so far. The majority of its sales are concentrated on hybrids like the Accord and CR-V, while other manufacturers have long since introduced their electric models. Honda has only one electric model available outside the United States, the Fit EV, which hasn't gained popularity due to its limited range. It's worth mentioning that Honda has partnered with General Motors to launch 2 new electric vehicles in the United States by 2024, the Honda Prologue and the Acura ZDX. However, this effort still places Honda at a disadvantage compared to other manufacturers that have already offered a wider range of electric vehicles and charging infrastructure. The CEO himself admitted that the company is somewhat late in transitioning to electrification. The infrastructure for charging hasn't yet reached the level necessary to serve our consumers, he remarked in a recent interview. With the goal of achieving carbon neutrality, focus shifts towards electrification and fuel cells as the future pillars of mobility. Honda plans to invest approximately $40 billion by 2030 in its electric vehicle lineup, aiming for electric cars to make up 40% of sales by the end of this decade. This delay in adapting to the electric vehicle transition may place Honda at a long-term disadvantage as the world moves towards a greener future. Honda's CEO's opposition to electric vehicles stands out as a notable stance. As a global automotive leader, Honda raises questions about its late investment in electric vehicles. Future automotive strategies. Honda's choice to stick with combustion engines might reflect a personal preference of its president. He added that the brand's high-performance vehicles and trucks are likely to retain these engines, expecting future iterations of the type or model to comply with stricter emission standards. The former director of research and development at Honda aims to forge a broad alliance with General Motors. Together, they tackle the challenges posed by electric vehicles, drawing on past experiences to strengthen this partnership. Honda has also bolstered ties with Subaru, Mazda, Volkswagen, and Ford, which share a similar reliance on combustion engine sales. Volkswagen announced its goal for at least 70% of its sales in Europe and over 50% in North America and China to be fully electric cars by 2030. By the same time frame, 9 out of 14 Volkswagen models will be electric. Recently, Toyota unveiled its new electric vehicle strategy, making a significant shift from its previous plans. Honda will focus on producing fuel cell vehicles and developing rapid charging stations in Europe. It has announced the launch of 10 new electric vehicles under the Honda brand over the next 5 years, starting with a model introduced in Shanghai. However, Honda's resistance raises questions about the potential drawbacks of electric vehicles. The push for change stems from the need to reduce fossil fuel use and address the environmental crisis. Mercedes plans to be fully electric by 2030, and Volkswagen by 2026, phasing out combustion models gradually. BMW stands out for not fully adopting this policy. Its CEO argues that the choice between electric and combustion vehicles should be left to consumers. However, whether electric cars are truly emission-free remains a topic of debate. Although electric vehicles also impact the environment during their production, they pose a lesser environmental threat in the long run compared to combustion vehicles. The electric car race. Countries are increasingly joining the race for electric vehicles, setting ambitious goals and bans. The US leader expressed a desire for 50% of new cars sold to be electric by 2030, aiming to compete with China, which manufactures 70% of these vehicles worldwide. The Japanese automaker is ramping up its investments to stay competitive. These investments include $3.5 billion allocated for battery production in partnership with LG Energy Solution, starting in 2025. Honda is also developing its electric vehicle platforms, with the first expected to arrive in the United States by 2026, according to MIB's statements on Honda's joint strategy with GM for North America. We're witnessing a rapid movement towards electrification, especially following Biden's inauguration. However, this transition will take time. Therefore, we prefer not to focus all our efforts in this direction immediately. We believe in not advancing alone on this path. Forming partnerships, like with General Motors, and gradually building up to a volume that ensures business sustainability is our plan for starting in North America. After achieving this goal, we'll consider introducing exclusive Honda products, not limiting ourselves to electric vehicles only. Honda recently unveiled its new line of electric vehicles, resulting from collaboration with Sony, named Fila. This model promises innovation, eliminating door handles and incorporating 45 sets of sensors and cameras. These devices recognize the user by proximity, automatically opening the doors. Although few details have been revealed about this electric car, the partnership between Honda and Sony indicates that the future of automotives will not only be defined by car manufacturers but also by companies from various sectors. Sony's expertise in artificial intelligence, entertainment, and virtual and augmented realities may position Honda ahead of Tesla in technological innovation. So, what do you think? Will Honda surpass Tesla? Share your opinion in the comments and don't forget to see what others are saying about it.